to do my 6-week pregnancy update. I'm actually 7 weeks pregnant today, which is August 20th, 2015, but I'm going to go back and tell you about my week. So, symptoms. I've basically been having the same symptoms throughout, which include breast tenderness, tiredness. I wake up sometimes with my arm asleep or my leg asleep, or I just sleep in these crazy ways. My boobs, a new thing this week is they actually have been sore to the touch, or if I try to lay on my stomach, they hurt. But this week, this is kind of weird, but when I'm sleeping, I can like feel my nipples kind of tingling, not tingling in a good way, but like painful way. And I'll be sleeping on my back, and it like wake me up with that feeling. So I've never had that before, so that's kind of weird. Another thing is, it's like the day I woke up that I was 6 weeks, the nausea hit. So yeah, at first, when I first wake up, I'm not feeling the nausea. It's usually about 15-20 minutes after I wake up, go pee, blah blah blah, do all my morning routine and everything, get ready for work. So usually that's when I'm starting to feel the nausea. I have learned though, if I wake up through the night and I'm hungry, to just go get me a snack. Get me an applesauce or a yogurt or some graham crackers or anything to sit on my stomach, because when I wake up, I'm really going to pay for it if I don't. So I've been doing that. I have been peeing a lot lately. I probably go 3 times a night, and usually I had to go at least once a night. But I have been increasing my water intake significantly, so that could be a part of that. And I also do take progesterone gel, which is also a side effect of that. So who knows if it's to blame for the pregnancy, but thought I'd add that in there. Another thing is, I've actually not been sleeping out through the night like I have my previous weeks. I've actually been waking up through the night, can't get comfortable, my back hurting, just all that. So I've been waking up, having to walk around a little bit for my back to stop hurting, and then I can go back to bed. Another thing that is new for me is that I've been feeling soreness in my abdomen area, uterus area. Now, it's not any kind of bad soreness, it's just like pressure, I guess you'd call it. This is my 5th pregnancy, and it's the first time I felt that, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. But I've been feeling like a dull pressure feeling, and it's not like cramps, it's not painful, it's just there. And it's sometimes in my back also. And that actually alarmed me, so I got quite worried, and I went to the hospital. Day before yesterday morning, I woke up, which was Tuesday morning. I woke up and I wiped after I peed, and there was a tiniest bit of blood, and that scared me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to work. When I get off, I'm just gonna go to the ER, see what they think. Maybe I have a UTI or something. I didn't think that I was gonna have a miscarriage or anything like that, because like I said, I've been feeling very pregnant. I've been getting new symptoms each week. It's like every day I can feel a little something else, and just have that little bit of nausea throughout the day to remind me, hey, I'm here, Mom. So I didn't think I was having a miscarriage or anything. I was thinking that it was me, that something was going on with me. So I went to the hospital. They took a big lot of blood, if you can see that little bruise, and they took about 5 vials of blood, and they tested my HCG, they did my CBCs, which include like sodium, and let's see, I have the actual paperwork. So yeah, like my sodium, my potassium, chloride, carbon dioxide, blood, urea, nitrogen, whatever that is, creatine, calcium, things like that. And it came back, everything was good. My glucose was a little high. They wanted it to be like 74 to 106, but that's non-fasting, and I had actually just ate lunch, and it was 120, which she said is perfectly normal if you just ate. So that really wasn't that high, just referenced that it was. One thing they did say is that my INR, which is, I guess, iron, or I don't know, it's like your blood's level, how thick or thin your blood is. If you know, I'm actually taking lovenox injections, and that's 40 milligrams once a day, and it was actually low at 0.94. She said she wanted at least 2, so it was half of what she wanted at the least. So she told me to call my doctor. It's not dangerously low, so she wasn't going to do anything to take that off, but to call my doctor and see what he says. So I called my doctor and let him know, and he said he is aware that it's low, and that that's a good thing. He wants to prevent the placenta from clotting, especially during these first weeks. So it's good that it's low, and as long as it don't get lower than 0.6, then we're in the good. So that's fine. They also done my HCG, and it came back 44,542. And she gave me like this little expected HCG values, and it says from 6 to 8 weeks you want anything from 15,000 to 200,000. So she told me that was great. As long as my HCG keeps going up and everything, then I'm in good hands in that way. Let's see. They also gave me the mini dose of Rogam, which means a half dose. The reason I get Rogam is because my blood type is Rh negative, which could affect the baby if my husband has Rh positive blood, and we're not sure of that. He's never got his blood checked. So the Rogam shot just the Rogam shot just makes sure that my body doesn't attack the baby as if it was something foreign or something like that. But it's actually not for this baby. If I was to lose it, it's for the next baby. So that's why they gave it to me, just in case I was losing it. They didn't think I was, but just to be on the safe side. So I took that, and it's perfectly fine to take while you're pregnant. I've done that with all my pregnancies so far. Yeah, they also tested like my white blood cells. They tested my red blood cells, hemoglobin, just everything. Everything they could. And they did an ultrasound, and I was very, very nervous when I was doing the ultrasound, because she's not allowed to tell me anything or show me the screen or anything. First she tried on top, and she was like, well, this is going to sound like a heartbeat, but it's not a heartbeat. This is going to be the blood flow to each of your ovaries. So she put it on there, and I heard a little tink, 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 not tink, tink, like shoo, 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 you know, just like it was a heartbeat. But she's like, don't think it's a heartbeat, because it's not. This is just blood flow to your ovaries. So I was like, okay. So she put it in the middle where my uterus is, was looking for baby, everything, and she said, well, I can't see anything, so we're going to have to do a vaginal. Go empty your bladder, blah, 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 you know the story. So I went and emptied my bladder, and she searched. She was doing things for like 20 minutes. She told me not to be alarmed, that she was just getting her measurements and everything. So then I was like, so I can't ask you anything? She's like, no, ma'am. She said, I can't give you a picture, and I can't tell you anything, but I'll flash the screen to you. And she wasn't supposed to do that, but she did. She flashed the screen to me, and I seen the little baby and the little strong heartbeat. It had a very strong heartbeat. And from my last ultrasound, like, here's the gestational sac, and then like I had like a little bitty yolk sac on the side, and you can barely see it. It's like crunched up. If you look at my last video, you'll see it. But this time it was perfectly in the middle. You could see the little baby, you could see the little heart. Everything looked perfect. So I actually measured 7 weeks yesterday, which means 1 day ahead, she said. So that is great. I've never ever measured any days ahead. It's always been like 1 day behind or something like that. But I was very happy to know that baby is measuring 1 day ahead. And we did see a little heartbeat. She didn't let me hear it, but she's not allowed. And it was between 141 and 148 beats per minute. So that was great. She said she wanted it to be between 120 and 160 at this point, and that falls right in the middle, which was very good. So, she said the reason for my bleeding was that I've been taking those blood thinners, and most likely those progesterone things that I'm taking, because you know you have to insert and you know. So she said it's most likely irritating because it looks very irritated and it feels very irritated, and she said there was no blood coming from the cervix, that it was from the inside of my lining. So she said there's no concern for there, and that's why I was bleeding, just to keep a watch on it. Since my blood is a little bit low, just keep a watch, and if it gets worse, then to come back in. So that was great news, and I am very pleased to know that my little baby is doing good. I cried when I seen that little baby on machine. I mean, you know, it's been a long time since I've seen a baby that big. I have had 4 losses, and like I said, my second loss I got to 7 weeks and 4 days, and my previous loss to that, my first loss, I got to 8 weeks 4 days. But I don't know, I didn't get to see at 7 weeks 4 days. I got to see the baby not alive and not with a heartbeat. The last time I seen it before then was like at a 6 week mark, just a little baby, and then when I seen it, it was just not alive, you know. So it looks different, the gestational sac looks different and everything, but I got to see this perfect little baby, and it just melted my heart, and I don't know how to explain it, except I just like felt the relief over me, like someone was pouring water over my head, like coming from my head to my toes. I just felt relief and happiness, and all I can do is thank God. You know, I know this is God's work, and anybody that doesn't believe in miracles, I'm telling you, I'm holding a miracle right now. Just to be able to make it this far after 4 losses, fertility treatment, everything under the book, testing, everything. Can't find anything wrong. And here I am with this precious baby growing inside me, and I am so blessed and so happy. So, anybody that doesn't believe in miracles, just tell them to come to my page so that they can watch my story. So, I believe that's all I have to update. So I'm going to try to record my updates on Thursdays and have them up on Fridays. So that's like the week I turn and then looking back at the week. So I'll see you guys for my 7-week update next Thursday or Friday. And until then, lots of baby dust, prayers, happiness for you. Like, subscribe, do whatever you do, send positive vibes, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.